Everyone wants to live an inspired life, yet so many people search for happiness following the footsteps of peers and taking advice from people who have different values and outcomes to which they're searching. There are people born into wealth, graduated from the best universities in the world, and there are people who have none of that and yet are living extraordinary lives full of fulfillment and reward. The purpose of this podcast is to share insights and strategies that allow you to question the status quo and think freely, so you can design your life and be who you want to be. We get one life. Time is our most valuable asset. I believe that when we're free and able to focus on meaningful work, we become better human beings. This is Always Free, and I'm your host, Jason Graystone.
Welcome to the leading podcast for financial empowerment and wealth creation. Subscribe to this podcast so you don't miss an episode. You can connect with Jason on social media and subscribe to the Jason Graystone YouTube channel for weekly videos. Don't forget to also subscribe to the weekly newsletter to receive frequent educational content and action steps to help you design your life so you can be who you want to be. For news on all future events and updates, go to jasongraystone.com.
All right, welcome back to the podcast. This is episode 19, and this week we've skipped a week because last week we had the Trader Vault, which was a phenomenal success, and there'll be lots of content coming out on that for anyone that missed that. But I also was getting ready to go on holiday the next day, so I'm actually in Greece now. I'm actually in Crete as I'm recording this, so if you can hear lots of kind of weird noises like crickets and palm trees and sea breeze, it's without rubbing it in, it's because I'm sitting in my villa, and I didn't want to miss another episode purely because I really do think it's very important that these things go out consistently. I didn't want to miss 2 weeks in a row, and also, as I said before, podcasting is very, very easy, and if you're not doing one for your business, highly recommend you do it because it requires very, very little effort. As I say, you don't have to get ready, you don't have to put makeup on, don't have to do your hair. You can literally I'm literally sitting in my swimming shorts right now on the balcony of my villa here in Crete, overlooking Agios Nikolaos, overlooking the sea, and it's incredible. And I'm just talking to the phone. I've brought no equipment with me, so it's going to be a little bit of a different sound. But the content's what's most important. And as I said last week or the week before, hopefully you enjoyed the episode with Ben, and obviously the episode with Fanny as well. I wanted to talk a bit about what I think is the most efficient and profitable business model on earth, and I'm going to be coming from the standpoint of one, I've been in business in the service sector, so I've been in the real business, real physical service business. And I've also built online businesses, so I've seen both. I've seen both sides of the coin, and I'm always blown away at the numbers and the figures of the online business. So I want to talk to you about that because this podcast is all about wealth creation and business income and your personal income. And if you're going to build a business, or many of you listening to this have got your own businesses already, this episode's going to be for people who have got their own businesses or haven't got their own businesses. This is something you can start right now, or this is something you can apply to your business to make it more efficient and to make it more profitable. So what I want to talk about is, first of all, before I talk about the business model that I'm going to suggest to you guys, I want to really just talk about how evolution works, because if we're talking about building efficient and profitable business models, we need to think about what efficiency actually is. And when it boils down to it, it's evolution of solving the problem of space and time. When you can solve a problem of space and time, you're going to do very well in business regardless of what your business model is. So let's just think about the real world, where people are just running around and they're going to the shops and they're having a park, and then they're putting money in the meter, and then they're going to buy looking around the shops, and then they're having to spend hours out of their day going out into the shops, and then they're traveling up and down the high street, and they're walking around, and they can't find what they're looking for, and then they have to go and look, and they have to ask humans right, where, if they sell certain products, and then they might not sell it, so they have to go and walk off somewhere else and go and find somewhere else, and they're spending more and more time, and they're walking further and further. when you think about the story of Blockbuster Video and what happened there with Netflix, Netflix, people get confused. They think that they had a better product, but they didn't have a better product. They still had films. What they did is they solved the problem of space and time. So no longer did you have to drive all the way to the shops and then park the car and then get out the car and go into the shop and look at all the videos on the shelf and then kind of go up to the counter and ask if that one's in stock and then find out it wasn't in stock, and then you had to go and choose another one, and then you had to watch the film, and then you had a day or two to take it back and you had to do the whole thing again. You had to go back and drive your car and spend your time. What Netflix did is they delivered that service instantly. It required you to not travel anywhere. You can sit in your bed and then flip the TV on and it's instantly available. And they solved the space of time because it's very quick, it's instant. You click the button, the film is on your screen. There's no waiting, there's no driving, there's no rewinding or forwarding or putting it in the DVD player, anything like that. They reduced time and they reduced space, and that is evolution. That's how everything is going to go. That's how everything's going to go online. All businesses will end up heavily online, if not all online. We're talking about Amazon. Amazon don't really care about the products. They sell everything. They sell everything and anything. They want to sell absolutely everything. All they focus on is how quickly they can get it to the customer. How quickly and, how they can solve space and time so that you can just, the one click, they bought the one click. They designed the one click, they copyright that thing and patent it, and now it's like their flagship system where you just click the button and the thing is there next day. And not only that, they're now thinking about solving space. So there's drop-off points when you want to return something that are very local to your house. Or they're talking about drone deliveries and things like that. They don't care about the product. All they've done is solve space and time, and that is why they're one of the biggest business models on earth. So online business is the key, in my opinion. And as I said, I've been in the service sector, and I've been in the offline, and I've built online businesses, and I've seen the growth between the two, and I can tell you it's mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. So if you don't have an online business, then ask yourself, as you listen to this podcast, what part of your business can be spaceless, and then how can you make it quicker? There is an order in which you have to do this, by the way. You have to make it spaceless first, then timeless. Okay, if you try and do it the other way around, it doesn't quite work. We want to go for less space. So we want to solve the problem of space and then the problem of time. If you try and do it the other way around, it just doesn't quite work. So the system that I've found to make more money than any other business model on earth is something called we're going to call it a 4-product ascension model. I didn't create this, by the way. Lots of people are doing it. And my friend Daniel Priestley calls it an ascending transaction model. He talks about it in the Entrepreneur Revolution. I've heard it referred to as a 4-product ecosystem, a 4-product, 4-service empire, all these different names. And where I agree with the structure of the others, mine's aimed at pure online delivery. So lots of people do this in their physical businesses. So if you think about, I know Daniel Priestley gives the example of iTunes. They've got the kind of the free content online. They've got the iTunes, which is free, and then they've got kind of the low ticket product, which is an iPod, and then they've got the main product, which is the Mac and the iPads, and then they've got the subscription model, which is the media, the Apple Music and all the rest of it, all the kind of stuff that you can get through the iTunes store and the Apple Music store. But mine's aimed purely online. So mine also differs in terms of the pricing model, because there's lots and lots of people that have got different pricing models. You're going to see people like Ty Lopez using this, Grant Cardone using this, my mentor John DeMartini uses this. Lots and lots of people who have profitable businesses use this for product and service delivery mechanism, but mine is quite unique. It's slightly different. So the reason, before we get stuck right in, is the reason that I think this is so important, and it is so important to solve the problem of space and time, is because it gets your message out. If you've got a valuable service and a valuable product, it's going to get it out much quicker to more people, and the more people you reach, the more likely they are to share, because it's easy for them to share, and then whoever they share it with get instant access. So it's gonna have this kind of compound effect. It's gonna have this exponential growth where your business just reaches more and more people every single month and year. So here it goes. So grab a little pen and a bit of paper and write this down and see how you can apply this to your business. Or if you're just starting out or you're thinking of ideas, think about approaching a business this way. So the first product that you need to think about having is the free stuff, the free product, maximum value free stuff. So if you think about me, you might have read my newsletter. You're listening to this podcast right now, and you're getting value from this, hopefully. But videos and blogs and interviews and ebooks and articles, maybe you feature on other people's blogs, maybe you write white papers, maybe you write a little article in a local website or a blog. Anything that's free, video content, social media content, any little Instagram stories and things like that, giving away free value. So free little nuggets, free your best thinking goes into this, and you give it away for free. And what that does is it builds up a lot of trust. It builds up a lot of connections. You connect with people on a deep level, because first of all, you're talking to them about things that they find valuable, or the problem that they've got maybe, or something that they need solving, and you're connecting with them on that level for free. So it builds up immediate trust. There's no they don't have to give away anything in return. There's no expectations of them. There's no expectations of the relationship at all. I might ask you to share this every now and then. In fact, I do ask you to share this because I think that this is valuable, and I think everyone should know this stuff. And when you've got a product or service like that, you have no problem asking people to share it, and they will. If it's free, it's very easy to share, because they're not asking people to buy something or put their hand in their pocket, so they're very, very likely to share the stuff that's free. So that's so important. That step is so important, and I spent essentially 4 years developing free videos. If you go and watch my YouTube stuff now, or any of my Instagram posts are another great example. People get value from those posts. They read them. They're insightful. They're thoughtful, and they're all free. And if you go back, it's like 4 years worth of just free content there out in the internet that's going to be there forever, that people can go and watch. So the second product is what I call, this is where it's slightly different from other people who have this model. I call this the core product. This is it's the one that you push out the most. This is your product that solves a problem for someone. So they've listened to your free stuff, and they know what you're about, they know your expertise, they know what value you can offer. This product is about $200 to $600 in price, okay, depending on your market. I'm going for averages here, and I'm going for kind of conservative averages as well. About $200 to $600 in price. I find anything less than $200, is where you're still paying to acquire clients, which there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people do that. I think McDonald's, they don't earn anything on a hamburger, but when you buy the fries and the drink, that's when they earn the money. That's when they break even and then go into profit. And many people are happy paying for the acquisition of a client through this product, whereas I like to be profitable from the outset, really. So below 200 is not very profitable, but 200 to 600, that's a real sweet spot. And anything above 600, they're probably not going to just go and buy it without maybe some more interaction or maybe a phone call or something. And remember, this product is just designed to get them to overcome the challenge or the problem that they had before. So you've got to give them value. You've got to get them from A to B. You've got to solve a problem for them. You've got to answer something for them, and they will happily pay $200 to $600 for that product. The third product is your upsell program, your higher ticket program or product. Now, this is like the ultimate next step. This could be a coaching program, online coaching program, or an advanced version of the second product, or it could be a full version of the second product. The second product in the system, the core product. The core product could be half of the advanced program, or maybe a quarter of the advanced program that gets them over a certain challenge, but then there's more steps to come. So, for instance, one of my friends, Adele Theron, she's a trauma specialist. She specializes in divorces, and she does a program where she gets you to overcome the divorce and see it for what it is, and then the advanced program will be about your next steps, back in the dating game, all that kind of stuff, and she'll help you do that kind of stuff. But that's kind of what you want to be thinking about as your higher ticket program, and the program wants to be about between $1,000 and $5,000. Okay, we're going to go conservative. We'll go for $1,500. Let's just say $1,500 for your advanced program or your higher ticket program. Remember, if you're following along and you've got a business already, you can apply this to part or all of your business. Parts of your business. How can you offer that service or product through this ecosystem, through this ascension model? You're already going to be delivering products and programs, upsells. If you're a dentist, you probably do a free consultation, right? You probably do a low ticket checkup where they come in and you do like a filling or a wash, and then you'll do a high product where you get them to do some cavity cleaning or some root canal treatment or a crown or some veneers even, and then you'll do an ongoing revenue model, which I'm going to get to next. That's going to be your final product. So if you're in a business, a physical business, think about how you can apply it like the dentist. How can you make this online? Obviously, a dentist is a very physical thing. You can't do that online. But I'm talking about other physical things in your business that you can make spaceless and timeless. So the last one is the subscription model, the membership, the reoccurring revenue. This is the highly profitable lifeblood of your business. This is the sustainability and the security. This is what grows, scales. This is pure profit. And this is the money that you can then use to either reinvest into the business, or even better, use the money from the membership service to ramp up leads into the front end for those free products. And I'll talk about that in just a minute. So in terms of conversions, for those of you who are wondering, I've just given you kind of a brief rundown of the 4 products that I think you need in a business, online business, to be extremely profitable. But I want to go really conservative. So I want to say this is without any phone calls or any human interaction over the phone selling. Okay, so this is no selling whatsoever. I've never, over the last 3 years, we've never picked up the phone. I've never picked up the phone and made a sales call. I've never chased anyone or asked anyone if they want to buy anything. I've never made a call. So we're going to go on really, really conservative numbers. But just know, if you have got some sales skills, or you've got someone who's a salesperson in your business, your conversions are going to be considerably higher than this. But just some ideas on some very, very conservative numbers. So anyone who is looking at your free stuff, normally it's about 10% of the people that watch the free stuff convert over to your core product. Okay, so 10%. Okay, without any sales calls or anything like that, will watch your free stuff. They'll read your free stuff. They'll get to know you. They'll build trust. And about 10% of them will buy your core product. And your core product, let's just say your core product is $200 in this instance. We'll go really, really conservative with numbers, and we'll go really low on price. So let's just say 10% convert to your core product. Okay, what I've found is around 20% convert from the core product to your higher ticket program. Now, that's because of more and more trust. You're building raving fans, and that's what you want. You want to build raving fans, people that want to talk about you, tell other people about you. They want to buy the low definition, high definition videos, the paperback, the hardback. They want to buy all of the product. Anything that you release, they're going to get their hands on. They're going to buy from you because you've built so much trust with them. So about 20%, it's a higher conversion rate, about 20% will go from your core to your higher ticket product. So let's just say the higher ticket product in this example is going to be $1,500. Okay, so you've got a $200 core product, and then you've got a $1,500 high ticket product. Now, what we've found is about 20% of those convert to the membership. So they want to remain, paying clients. They want to remain in your group. The subscription fee can be, the membership product can be a private group, a mastermind group, a monthly kind of meeting online via a Skype or a Zoom or a Facebook page, a secret closed group. It could be a newsletter. It could be a high-end newsletter or, up-to-date information, staying ahead of the game in your industry. It could be a webinar once a month. It could be, it could be even a physical event or something that you do, but I prefer to keep it all online. So that's how the membership system works, and typically it's about 20% of the people that buy your core product and your high ticket product will buy your membership system. And also you get people go straight from the free products who don't bother with the core product and the high ticket, and they go straight into your membership program. So you get about 20% do that as well. So 20% filter off straight from the freebies into the membership, and 20% filter off from the high ticket to the membership. So if you've built this really well and you've kind of built a really nice solid program, you're going to get some decent profits. Now let's just do some maths on this, okay? Let's just do some maths on the numbers. So just to recap, we're going to go for $200 for your core product. We're going to go for $1,500 for your upsell or higher ticket program or service. And then for the membership, we'll go for $50 a month, because I think $50 a month is worth paying for any business or any individual who wants to be part of your program and who's gone through that ascension model, and they now trust you, they like you, they want to be part of what you're doing, they want to know what you're up to all the time. So let's just say that 2,000 people watch your free products or use your free products, whether that's an ebook, they've read your ebook, maybe it's even a book that you've written, they've read that and you've given that away for free, maybe they've watched all of your videos for free, and we're talking about 2,000 people, which is very, very conservative. If you're going on LinkedIn, putting videos on LinkedIn or Facebook, you can reach some wildly high numbers of people through those mediums, blogs, all that kind of stuff. Let's just say 2,000 people, and I'll address the 2,000 in a minute for those of you who've got reservations about that. But let's just say 2,000 people. So 10% of those that are going to buy your core product, that's 200 of them. 200 people are going to buy your core product for $200, which means that's going to generate $40,000 from just your core product. Okay? And then we said 20% of those 200 are going to go on to buy your higher ticket program. So 20% of 200 is 40. If 40 people buy your higher ticket program for $1,500, we're talking about another $60,000. All right, that's $100,000 off the bat, out of the gate. And then we're talking about your subscription model, your membership service. Well, if we're talking about 20% of the 40, that's going to be 8 times $50 per month. That's $400 per month in revenue. That's reoccurring revenue. And then also, lastly, we said there's going to be around 20% that just skip from the free product to the membership product. So that's where the cash comes in. That's going to be about 400 people coming in from the freebies to your membership, which is going to be about $20,000 per month in revenue from the bat. Now, with the membership product, you're going to get people that cancel, and some people that it's a lot less sticky. Okay, especially at $50. If you want a really low sticky product, you want to go for a low cost and go for high volume. But we're talking about a high value program, high value membership site. So $50 is fair, and you're going to get around $20,000 per month from that. So just from that alone, you're talking about around a $300,000 product within 12 months of building it. Now, I know some of you are probably saying, well, 2,000 viewers, 2,000 followers, that's quite a lump. Well, this is where you need to understand that 2,000 people is not hard to reach, first of all. But second of all, as you're building your free content, you're going to attract those viewers organically. That's the important key here. As you're putting out the content, you're not only creating the content that's now out there forever, that's part of your freebies in your business, but you're attracting the viewers and followers as you put that free content out. So it's already happening. You're not wasting any time. You're putting the content out and you're growing your audience with that free value. But also, there's a little number here that you want to be mindful of. So let's forget the 20% that come in from the free product. Let's just say that we've got 2,000 people and we've created 40 grand from the core product, 60 grand from the high ticket product, and we've got our first batch of £400 or $400 from the subscription service. So in total, that would be $100,400, okay? Now, if you divide that by 2,000 followers or 2,000 people who have watched your free stuff, that will give you around $50. Now, why is this number important? Because that number tells you how much each lead is worth to you. Now, the beauty of it is you've got $50 to spend back on marketing to find more leads. Now, remember what we said about the free product. It's out there and anyone who's anyone is watching that stuff, okay? You can't control who's watching it. It's just out there to anyone. So in fact, the $50 doesn't cost $50 per lead, because once you put that back into marketing, you can start laser targeting your audience. So this is where you can start, instead of putting the content out to everyone, you can put it out using things like Facebook marketing, SEO marketing, and you can target people who are interested in your stuff, who have searched your stuff before, and you can get really, really highly targeted. For instance, Adele Theron, who does divorces, she might target people who have just recently changed their relationship status to single, or people that have recently posted about divorce or things like that on their thing, and they can target those leads, which means that reduces it reduces the lead cost by about 10 times. So if you've got $50 to play with, you're probably going to be looking at around $3, $4, $5 per lead, and of course the whole thing comes back in the top end and it all accelerates, and that's where you really see that exponential growth, because you take the money you've earned, you put it back into marketing for highly targeted leads, and then the whole thing starts to churn quicker and quicker and quicker and quicker, and then you really start to see things grow. So this model, as I say, can take you easily from 0 to 300 to 500 grand in 1 year. And then as you scale, you can take it to 1.5, 3 million in the next 5 years. And when you get to that kind of level, that's a very, very nice lifestyle business with little cost. And because it's online, we've got little time and little ongoing effort, because we've built the systems, we've done all the hard work, we've built the product. You get a system in place that runs your membership model, so you can focus on putting out higher quality content, reaching more people, and getting your message out there even more. So I hope you found that valuable. Have a little think about how you can apply that to your business. I thought I'd come at this angle today because next week I'm going to be talking about investing. And of course, the whole podcast is about wealth creation, and a lot of it is growing your income so you can put it into the wealth creation system and we can churn that away. And I want to give you the most profitable way of doing that. So this is the most efficient and highly profitable business model on earth, in my opinion. If you know a higher profitable business, let me know. Put it in the comments. But hopefully you got value from that. Until next week, I'm going to be back in England next week. Until next week, enjoy the rest of your day and weekend, and I'll see you then.
subscribe to this podcast so you don't miss an episode. For news on all future events and updates, go to jasongraystone.com.